Good morning, students. In the last video, I was discussing about food preservation. What is food preservation and what are the methods of food preservation we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, what is food preservation? It is the process by which spoilage of food by microorganisms is prevented. So this is food preservation, and now in this video we are going to discuss about the methods of food preservation. Going to the first one. The first method of food preservation is drying or dehydration. The other name for dehydration is drying. Sukhana. That is, sukhana means drying. What happens? Drying, it is when you dry any food material, then you are able to reduce the moisture content. You are able to remove the water from the food material. Okay, so what is dehydration? Dehydration means removal of water, removal of moisture from the food material. Okay, and what happens? What does this dehydration do? कैसे क्या होता है dehydration से? Dehydration prevents the growth of microorganisms, isn't it? Like for example, there are certain food items like cereals, the pulses, vegetables like spinach, cauliflower and methi leaves, even methi leaves. There are certain spices also. They are sun dried. इसको धूप में रखा जाता है, बाहर sun में रखा जाता है. Why? Because if you are drying these food items in the sun, you are able to remove the moisture, and we all know that due to the moisture the microorganisms grow, isn't it? So if you are removing the moisture, then will the microorganisms be growing in those food items? No. Okay, so moisture is necessary for the growth of the microorganisms. So if you are dehydrating that particular food item, okay, if you are drying that particular food item, then you are removing the moisture, so the microorganisms will not be able to grow in that particular food item, and thus you are able to preserve the food material. Okay, I hope you all have understood drying. This is the first method of food preservation. Okay, second method of food preservation is boiling. Now you might be knowing the meaning of boiling, isn't it? Certain food items, especially milk as well as water, milk and water, they get preserved by boiling. Okay, suppose you have to preserve milk and water, what will you do? You will boil, isn't it? For example, you must have seen your mother. She boils milk before storing it. Why does she boil it? She boils milk so that it gets preserved. Now you will be asking that how it gets preserved. It gets preserved because when your mother boils the milk, then your mother is able to kill the microorganisms. So by boiling, the microbes, that is the microorganisms, they get killed. So it is quite obvious, if the microorganisms are killed, then obviously the food is getting preserved, isn't it? So boiling is another method by which you are able to preserve the food items, especially for example the milk and water, they are getting preserved by boiling. If you boil these items, then the microorganisms get killed. Okay, so this is another method of food preservation. The next method of food preservation is refrigeration and freezing. You must be knowing about refrigeration, refrigerator, fridge, पता है ना आप लोगों को? Okay, like for example, we were talking about boiling. In the same way, like boiling helps in preserving food, in the same way, cooling by refrigeration and freezing, they also help to preserve the food items. Okay, now what happens when you do refrigeration and freezing? When you are applying this method of refrigeration and freezing, you are not killing the microorganisms. Okay, the microorganisms, they do not get killed. Rather, you are able to stop them from growing and multiplying. Okay, I hope you all have understood. I will be repeating again. रेफ्रिजरेशन एंड फ्रीजिंग जब आप लोग करते हो तो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे आर नॉट गेटिंग किल्ड. द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स दे डू नॉट गेट किल्ड, rather getting killed. What is happening over here? They are not able to grow and multiply. Okay, when you are using this process of refrigeration and freezing, then the microbes are not allowed to grow. They are not allowed to grow, as well as they are not allowed to multiply. Okay, they are not able to grow and multiply. Now what happens by preserving by freezing? It is especially useful in case of milk, meat and vegetables. Isn't it? You must be knowing that some of many times you must have seen also that meat and vegetables as well as milk, these three food items, they are served by freezing. When you freeze these items, okay, and this method of freezing, it is very much effective. Means you are able to preserve these food items for many months. Okay, बहुत महीनों के लिए आप इसको प्रिजर्व करके रख सकते हो by freezing. Now you must be asking about, you must be having some difficulty regarding refrigeration and freezing. Refrigeration क्या होता है, freezing क्या होता है? Refrigeration means you are keeping the food item between the temperature of 4 degree to 7 degree. 4 degree to 7 degree की टेम्परेचर में आप किसी फूड आइटम को रखते हो, then that is refrigeration. And freezing is what? In freezing, you are keeping the food item below minus 18 degrees centigrade. Okay, in freezing you are keeping the food items below minus 18 degrees centigrade. So this is freezing. As I told you earlier also, in freezing you are able to preserve the food items like milk, meat and vegetables for many months. So this is refrigeration and freezing. Pasteurization is the fourth method of preservation. Especially when we are to preserve milk, this method of pasteurization is applied. Now this pasteurization term is a new thing. I should say it is a new for you all, isn't it? Firstly, let me explain you what is pasteurization. Pasteurization is the method for preserving milk. In this process, firstly, milk is heated to about 70 degrees C for about 15 to 30 seconds. After heating, it is quickly cooled, chilled, and then it is stored in sterilized bottles or the pouches. Okay? Now, when you are heating the milk, this milk, then you are able to kill the bacteria. Okay? And in the next step, when you are quickly cooling it, then you are able to prevent the remaining bacteria from growing. Means whatever bacteria is remaining in that particular milk, they will not be allowed to grow further. So hence you are able to preserve milk. The milk products, for example cheese and various other substances like honey, beer, wine, juices, they are also preserved using this method. And I should say this method is very much useful also. Okay, now this pasteurization word, it comes from the scientist. Okay, it is named after the scientist. The name of the scientist is Louis Pasteur. He gave this method of preservation. He introduced this method. So this is what we say as pasteurization. Next one is salting and adding sugar. Salting means namak dalna. Okay. Now salting is used to preserve the food items like pickles, that is achar, amla, raw mangoes means kacha aam, tamarind means imli, meat as well as fish. Okay, in these food items we put salt. Okay, and as a result when we are putting salt, then these food items they get preserved. In the same way, sugar is used in case of jam, sauce and jelly. Jam, sauce, jelly, इन तीनों में हम लोग क्या डालते हैं? Sugar, in order to preserve the food. So here I want to say that when these food items they are preserved by adding salt, or sugar, then what is happening? कैसे preserve हो रहा है? When we are putting salt or sugar to these food items, then the cells of the microbes which are found in that particular food item, their cells, they lose water. Okay, they give out water. Okay, so when they are losing water, then the microbes, they are not able to grow in such food items. I hope I am clear. When these microbes, when we are putting salt or sugar to the food item, then whatever microbe is found in that particular food item, they start to lose water. They start losing water. So as a result, when they are losing water, they are not able to grow in such food items, and as a result, what will happen? Our food items, they get preserved. Now, apart from salt and sugar, spices, oil, vinegar and nitrogen, these things are also used as the food preservatives. Okay, salt, sugar के अलावा क्या क्या यूज कर सकते हैं हम लोग? Spices, oil, vinegar and nitrogen. These are also used as food preservatives. Okay, as I discussed earlier, that salt, edible oil, vinegar and sugar, they are used as a preservative. Okay, apart from these, there are certain chemicals also. Now, what are the names of the chemicals? They are sodium benzoate and potassium metabisulfite. Okay, sodium benzoate and potassium metabisulfite, they are used as preservatives in case of jams. Okay, jams, squashes and ketchups. In these items, in these food items, sodium benzoate and potassium metabisulfite, they are used as preservatives. So these are the chemicals which are acting as a good preservative in order to preserve the food items. Next one is canning. Now you must be aware of some of the canned food items. Okay, now these canned food items, they are able to remain good to eat for years. Okay, we are able to preserve these canned food items for years, but the canned food item, the cans, they should not be damaged. I mean to say here, the canned food items, they can remain good to eat for years, but the cans, they should not get damaged. For example, dry fruits and vegetables, they are preserved by this method. Now I will be explaining you what is happening in canning. In canning, we talk about proper storage and packing. Firstly, the food items, they are enclosed in cans. Means cans में इनको डाला जाता है and then they are sealed. Food items are enclosed in cans, they are sealed, and after getting sealed, they are heated to 120 degrees centigrade. Why? They are heated to 120 degrees centigrade in order to destroy the microorganisms. So it is obvious that if the microorganisms are getting killed, then will the food item be preserved? Yes, it will be getting preserved, isn't it? Because there are no more microorganisms found there. So it is used in case of dry fruits and vegetables. This method of preservation is used in case of dry fruits and vegetables. So here I end with my food preservation methods. Okay, now I will be moving ahead. What happens if food is not preserved properly? Okay, if for example you are consuming the food which is not preserved properly, then what will happen? So it is quite obvious, you must be knowing that we should not eat contaminated food, water and all. We should not consume these things. Why? Because consumption of any such food item which is not preserved, okay, they may lead to food poisoning. I hope I am clear. When we consume any types of food item which is not preserved properly, they may lead to food poisoning. Now what are the symptoms of food poisoning? Means food poisoning में क्या होता है? Diarrhea. The symptoms of food poisoning are diarrhea, vomiting and abdominal pain. ये तीन चीजें हैं, ये तीन symptoms हैं for food poisoning. Why food poisoning occurs? Food poisoning occurs because of the bacteria and fungi. The name of bacteria is Salmonella. Salmonella is the bacteria, and name of fungi are Aspergillus and Penicillium. These two fungi are there. Bacteria Salmonella and the fungi Aspergillus and Penicillium, they are responsible for causing food poisoning. What happens when they grow on that, but when they are found in that particular food item which we are consuming, then in that particular food item they produce toxic substance, that is toxin. They produce toxic substance in that particular food item and they grow in that particular food item, and it is the same food item which we are consuming. So as a result, when we are consuming that particular food item, we are getting suffered. Okay, we suffer from food poisoning. So here I hope I am clear. Okay, here I finish with my topic. Please try to understand, watch the videos and try to understand it. Okay, thank you.